win. You win.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Video Game Nexus with something a little bit new. If you guys remember from last night, I talked to Retro, who's a friend of the channel, the creator of the new logo for the channel as well, about potentially doing like a little yap session, talking about current day events and stuff like that, and whatever. And, well, we're doing that today. And, we also got Ollie here as well.
Yep.
And, yeah, we're pretty much just gonna play some Gauntlet in the background, maybe some other games as well, and I can try to edit that or something, I don't know. While we're just hanging out. So, with that being said, Sigil, take it away.
Green sorceress.
Alright. Here's what to start with.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. If I remember correctly, the last thing that we really talked about was any form of AI kind of being implemented and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was one of the things I was also talking about, that, like, the fact that folks think that AI-generated art is actual art.
Yeah, when it's
I'm
not.
sitting there like, yeah.
I can draw stick figures better than AI art.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not that hard to just pick up a art piece or art supply and just be like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing drawings and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But these people insist on being like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and use a mediocre art AI to just do this for me and then profit off of its lazy creations.
Mm-hmm.
I need more keys, to be fair.
Hey, we're not talking about the game, we're only talking about the thing.
Oh, okay. In terms of my thoughts on AI, I am also anti-AI myself. In fact, I just recently made a rule saying no AI in my community ever, period.
Yeah, it definitely just seems like it's just a lazy way to go about some stuff. But again, I can kind of see it being used for making textures higher res. But only textures in higher res. Remaking stuff from scratch and shit like that.
Exactly.
To me, that just means that you're using it as an actual tool and not a replacement for genuine artists and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just baffles me that there are people who legitimately will be like, oh, hey, we're firing our graphic designers, and then literally post up an image of, hey, we're hiring graphic designers, Xbox. What do you mean you're gonna go ahead and fire? What do you mean you're gonna fire these people just to make a quick extra buck without having to pay people to make your designs and shit like that? Like,
Yeah, because like when it comes to artists, like they need to get paid. That and also like with the uprise with generative AI, I kind of see it as a way of corporations making a quick buck of like not hiring artists and to make more money.
right. It's straight up just it really is just them going and just being like, we're gonna get rid of you. To it's just CEOs being dumb,
Mm-hmm.
and that really sucks because it's like these are people that used to make like especially when it comes to like video game developers and stuff like that. They think it's just a quick, easy use tool for whatever, and it'll save them a lot of money and whatnot.
Oh, there's a dev.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, technically, you could really think of them kind of like death. You know, actually, that kind of fits with more with the Black Death in this game. Black Death itself just sucks all the experience out of you, and
That could de-level your experience.
well, it's more just like that's just their consequence of not doing whatever. This is a weird segment in a way. I know a lot of people tend to usually have like pre-recorded footage.
Okay, I'm running back.
Well, just
Anyway,
let's ignore the gameplay and let's just talk about something. You gotta grab that though.
okay.
Just so that we're not confusing the audience, especially when it comes to, again, with this being a podcast and everything, or trying to be like a podcast.
Okay. So if you ask me what my opinion is, snap! AI is rather explosive in casualties.
Yeah, I would agree so, because it's like, again, they're
Casualty of imagination.
the casualty of imagination, constant jeez, I lost my train of thought. But like, you get what I get what Ollie's saying. It's harder to really go and say like, or it's harder to justify it when the art is really all that bad. Like, folks, I have told you guys about Safeway's ads. Like, yeah, some of them aren't all that bad, but like genuinely, there's a legit ad on their thing for like cart wipes where it's like, hey, go or make sure to wipe down your cart, and it shows a mother, a father, and a kid. Folks, the kid has no legs. The kid's hands are the mother's hands. It is all generative AI. And it's so funny. And it's just ridiculous. It's just really funny. Because you got these... Like, there are no people that are going to look at that and say, oh yeah, this is totally fine.
Mm-hmm. It's like, it's one thing, though. Because, like, I can lose my train of thought.
It's kind of hard to do that when it's live gameplay and just...
You gotta think
Just
on your
talking
toes
shit.
when talking and gaming.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that when when normally most of the you go ahead and pick that up. You know what? Fuck it. We can also go ahead and talk about the game. We can also do whatever. Fuck it. You know, this is whatever. But like, yeah, I just think it's really funny how you go.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just really funny that a lot of people think that, like, this is the way to go about when it comes to, like, games and stuff like that. And it's, like, even more so when it comes to not even just, like, AI, but also just the way that they are doing shit in the gaming industry now. Like, they are getting way too greedy.
For people's good. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's a very, very interesting time that we live in.
Mm-hmm. And plus, it is also one thing though. Is it? Because this is also another point that because one night I was discussing pretty much almost exact same stuff that we're talking about right now to a friend of mine. And one of the other points I was also bringing up is the laziness of parents trying to parent their child by just like, here, I'll give you my phone so you can watch some stuff.
Right.
And pretty much leave them unattended watching God knows what.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that shit's really annoying because it's like, what do you mean that you're gonna have your kid watch nothing but fucking Cocomelon? When like that shit has been like confirmed to be teaching kids wrong things. Or some shit like that.
And plus, because when I was with my younger sisters one time, like, I was having a look at a little bit of like what Cocomelon is, and all I see is pretty much the equivalent of dangling car keys in front of your child to entertain them and not having them learn anything.
Right. Yeah, like that's why I'm so glad that like there's people like Number Blocks that has been helping out my little nephew Jameson with stuff. Like he can count to 100 by twos, and he's only like 3 years old. And like there's so much that people can do to do whatever, and yet we don't do the stuff to help out kids and shit like that.
Exactly. And plus, it's like compared to comparing Cocomelon to like educational shows that we had growing up. It's like
it's kind of insulting.
Exactly.
Like, when was the last time that there was ever something out? When was there any form of like video that showed up for like a bilingual thing? So like Dora the Explorer or Diego and stuff like that.
Yeah, Go Diego, Go. I remember that. Now, mind you, I outgrew the intended audience for Go Diego Go, but I could see what it was doing. I think Dora's still going.
Yeah, Dora is still going, but it's not. Again, it's just not for us. It's not for us like adults and early or mid to late teenagers. But we at least had it instead of just Cocomelon and whatever else. I think we could go this way. Jeez, don't stab yourself.
Yeah,
Jeez.
like Cocomelon and like some of the quote-unquote kids like videos on YouTube.
Right.
Because like it's one of those things. I also despise content farms for that exact reason. 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah, like
it's like you don't know what your child is watching, and
yeah, if you don't know what your kid's watching, then do you even are you going to truly be like ready for the or for the problems that your kid might potentially have?
hell, look at like kids nowadays.
They're more likely to spend money from their parents' credit card on Robux from like Roblox or something.
Well, that's more akin to just to video games, though. That's not necessarily like education. Also, hi, Coyote. It's not necessarily like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's not the equivalent of I'm trying to think of like the word right. It's not the same compared to like wanting to learn whatever. This is more along the lines of
like,
just like yeah, sure, a kid can go and do that kind of mistake, but that's really only the people who make those video games that have that kind of shit, you know? That have that kind of problem.
I need more gold.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, though, plus it's also
should probably
another
fight the
thing,
dragon.
because
Hey, she was saying.
Oh,
she was
sorry.
talking.
Sorry.
Can you repeat that, Sigil? Sorry.
But yeah, though, plus it's also like with like leaving your kids unsupervised with electronics. Like having electronics is a responsibility, like having a phone or a game console.
Right. Like at
'Cause
least
especially
with,
like with phones, like giving your 6-year-old your phone and all that, like it's bound to get cracked, and it's going to be very costly nowadays to get it repaired.
right. Hey, Jerry.
So like,
Oh yeah. Real quick. Sorry in advance to any of the regulars. This little yap session for all of us is basically we're talking about shit that's going on in the world in terms of just like entertainment and stuff like that. We won't necessarily get political, but it might get it, so just be forewarned. But yeah, like go ahead and continue, Sigil. I'm sorry.
you're fine. But yeah, like it's also not because it's like it's one thing because usually most times I'm on VR chat and I'm just hanging out with friends, and also at times I will also help some of my friends who have group instances to help moderate.
Right.
Like most times when I'm helping moderate, I'm seeing kids younger than 13 on the game, and I'm sitting here like, why are their parents letting them be on here? Because especially because like we all know of like the kinds of people that are on VR chat, and also like the models and other stuff that people can create.
Oh yeah, right. Or like it or like on something like say Roblox. Like
Exactly.
it still comes up, but let's be honest here. The CEO is a dumbass for even thinking like, "Oh, hey, we want to introduce dating
To 17
Exactly.
and up users at one point.
And it's like,
Yeah, but like,
why can't you just be normal, dude? Like, hell,
mhm.
listen, I'm a 29-year-old gonna be 30 this year. Ryan's fucking, like, what, 30?
31.
31. Me and him both understand, hey, don't be a creep. And they're wanting to introduce dating? Like, come on.
Yeah, like, and plus it's also one of those things like I was bringing up earlier with like parents letting their child have their phone, because like having like you being logged into stuff like YouTube, like that can give your child access to almost anything because of how old, like of course like how old you are, and YouTube will probably, and of course like granted the AI verification stuff is up and about.
Right.
Which honestly is stupid.
Yeah,
But-
the AI verification is also ridiculous because they did it themselves. They are the ones who put themselves in this situation that now we gotta have age verification. If they would have just done what they were going to do and be like, hey, we are going to take a stance to these people that are being creeps and whatnot, or hell, pushed YouTube Kids because they had to have it, we would not be in this situation. But instead, here we are, and now people, both non-content creator and content creator, are having to suffer for that.
Exactly. That, and plus also having like some sort of like secure kind of way for creators to well, granted of course like a system like reporting people for doing odd behavior, like in creep, could also
Right.
get abused. But at the same time though, like having actual people like at the screen, like looking at some of these reports,
Yeah, like
just and like justifying it themselves
yeah,
on these reports to like sort things out instead of an automated AI.
right. Like that is still a problem. That is still a problem on YouTube.
It also is on Twitch because everybody's using AI for moderation.
Well, no, well, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm trying to. Sorry, my hearing is a little garbage from time to time, so I do apologize. But like,
It's okay.
this is for talking about like moderation, right? Like how YouTubers keep getting flagged for like copyrighting material.
Hmm.
Yeah, like there are so many people who legitimately still do that to ruin a person's career, and it's like, why are you doing that? There's no reason for that shit to be happening.
Exactly. It's like, what entertainment are you getting out of this by making someone's life a living hell trying to ruin their career?
Like Russian Badger, he recently made a video talking about it after once he re-uploaded it now, and he was saying, like, yeah, YouTube pulled down my video because of the because of
Oh,
one clip or something
yeah.
that was still showing. Huh? What's up?
Yeah, I think it might have, because I remember watching the video as well. I remember him saying that it was because of some of the models of some of the monsters in the game.
Oh yeah,
That
it was the models of
that
some
I pretty much
monsters,
had
but
to
it was
force-
also it was also, if I remember correctly, the thing that was being shoved down his throat on like why there was such a problem was because of, if I remember, the twerking venom GIF or
oh,
emote,
yeah.
and it's like
Yeah, I remember that too.
it's like there's no reason to be that upset. Or no, there's no reason for your bot to really go and say that, oh, it's because of sexual content when it literally is being used and monetized on other channels.
Mm-hmm.
They just decide to go for the guy that actually has like hundreds and hundreds of subscribers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, with having hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, more likely chances of that stuff getting seen by the algorithm and also by YouTube themselves.
Yeah, like, if anything, you would think that YouTube would only do it with smaller channels, but the thing is that smaller channels know who to talk to now at this point. They know to talk to, like,
Mhm.
Moist Critical or Markiplier for this shit and stuff like that. Hell, they hit Markiplier for dumb shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there was a video that YouTube apparently had some video that they flagged as inappropriate because it was, I believe it was the video of the people in mascot suits getting out of a van and beating up somebody on the road.
Oh, yeah, that clip. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was from one of his Trying to Laugh videos.
yeah, and he was like, or he made, he went on to go and say, where's the fair punishment? Like, if
Exactly.
if he's getting hit, why isn't this other person getting hit and whatnot?
Exactly.
It sets a double standard, which is very hard to maintain.
Why doesn't it hit base performance? Yeah, it genuinely is a full double standard. It's like with Hassan Piker, the political streamer that has been doing some or that has been going on and on about like political stuff, right? Everybody's heard about it. If you've never seen like Nicholas Diorio or anyone else on the commentary side or anything, this dude basically went and had conversations and whatnot, but mainly had some dumb takes on stuff, or like even tried to convince people that he wasn't talking to a Houthi terrorist that took over a boat. He went and straight up was talking to the leader of that militia or whatever, some shit. And you know, instead of asking like actual questions, he was like, do you watch One Piece? And stuff like that. Like, that was, like, I think last year. Or some shit. And it's just like, ugh. I don't know, my guy.
Mhm.
It's very damning when there's a lot of people who will go and, you know, say something only to just immediately kind of fight it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad because it's like people, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it without like being able to like sit down and like fully take a look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you needed those. Shit.
But yeah, though, like it's one, because like someone trying to state the obvious, but yeah,
There you go.
Like, especially with like YouTube's algorithm silencing creators by not showing their videos onto the recommended page about outing out the whole dumb like the whole AI stuff for their um, for their authorization stuff. It's
Authorizations,
like,
all kinds of crazy, like, it really is just to the point where this shit is, like, very, very, like, dangerous. And just, oh, I meant to give that to you. I wasn't even trying to even say it's solely about, like, Hassan Piker. Go ahead and grab those two. But it's more just akin to, like, the double standard of Twitch, I mean.
mm-hmm.
Because, like, Hassan's whole thing was that, oh, hey, you know, I can talk about this stuff and whatever because he's an on-the-ground journalist, right? But then it's also just like,
Mm-hmm.
People go and say, like, yeah, he kind of is, like, the poster child for Twitch, unfortunately. And, like, he's getting into drama that he doesn't need to get into but he does because he doesn't keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
But then when other people do it,
it's not okay.
Yeah, all of a sudden they get they get banned or anything because they're spreading hate speech or whatever. And it's like, are you blind? The same guy that you pedestal as like the main, like, dude is also the guy to straight up be doing dumbass hate speech and shit like that.
Exactly.
And it's like, why is there a double standard when there doesn't need to be? Just be fair with it. If Hassan is straight up doing, or if Hassan is saying ridiculous shit, then act on it. Don't just be like, oh, well, we didn't know, or blah, 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 blah. Turn a blind eye. Dan, or whoever the hell his name is, really needs to be looked at, considering the fact that this is an old dude who's also looking at young female streamers. And everybody knows about it. And it's like, come on, man. Coyote has something to say. The thing about kids having access to almost anything is, like, it's like parents don't realize how that even though their growth have access to almost anything, it's like parents don't realize how that even though they're grown adults, like, the internet is practically the reason kids get depressed and mental health issues. Yeah, I would say that's fairly, like, reasonable. Because it's like, yeah, what the fuck do you do? Because all these kids are having to deal with, like, all these kids are having to deal with ridiculous shit. And now it's like, what do we do? What are we doing with our kids? Yeah, I don't know,
like,
man.
it's one thing that I would.
No, go ahead.
It's like, it's one thing I do wish to see, like, from parents nowadays with their children, is to, like, slowly introduce them to electronics and the internet, so, like, they won't be as overwhelmed and also, like, as addicted to it as kids nowadays. It's like, for example, I'll use like how my mom did it when I was growing up. Because like my first device that I got to use to like call people and text people was like you know those little gizmo watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she gave me one of those growing up, and then slowly um like increased the like kind of device that I was being given each time. Like I started out on the little gizmo watch, then then after a while, seeing that that I was actually taking very good care of devices, and then upped uh, my phone. I used to call people onto a Verizon Opera Mini, and then so on and so forth with upgrading to like something better.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah, like, I think that's the best way to go about it. But also, like, and this might be a little controversial as well, but with kids nowadays are always gonna say any kind of curse word. Let's just be honest here. With how parents are going to be,
yeah,
you may as well just let them say whatever curse words they want. Not necessarily racial, but at this point,
mhm,
curse words do not have the same meaning anymore
mhm,
because everybody has been constantly saying them for the past few years. And it's like, if y'all aren't going to do anything about it, then why should I have to watch what I say around kids at that point?
mhm,
Just again, no racial shit. But just
mhm,
like I should be free to go ahead and just say God fucking damn it and stuff like that. Because you got all these kids who are playing shit like Grand Theft Auto, who are playing Call of Duty and are listening into the conversations, and it's like, oh, my little Timmy's like, or not little Timmy. Well, yeah, no, little Timmy. Is basically like our God given child. You know, he's so tiny and small. He's all good and everything. But then you can hear him if you were to actually take the time to like see what he does with his friends, and if he's playing like Grand Theft Auto, you'll most likely hear him saying some ridiculous shit, and it's just like, where's the stopping point for these people? Where's the line?
exactly.
I just think it's really interesting that these people will go and, you know, defend their child for stuff, only to then not take responsibility for what their child does. When it's like, you are the reason why your children you know, need to have like full like responsibilities and stuff like that.
Mhm,
I find it silly that a lot of people tend to get all uppity about it when it
mhm,
comes to it. And sometimes it's just really funny that these people will just get angry about it, or angry at somebody for calling out their kid for being a little stubborn jackass, but then immediately just be like, "Oh, you know, he's perfect. He's a perfect kid," and stuff like that.
mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, because like it is one thing when it comes to cursing, because yeah, granted, like some people will allow their kid to say whatever they want, but it's also a matter of like teaching them like not to swear like every single sentence.
Right. Like, I think if anything, just in general, respect is all kids need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just gets to the point where people are just mean for no damn reason. And then when they finally realize their mistake, it's like, yeah, we've been telling you this multiple years. And yet you decided, nah, it's gonna be an ass. It's kind of sad.
It really is.
Because just, again, it's another one of those things where it's just like, these kids, or the kids nowadays, are just not being able to get, like, a decent space for them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, Club Penguin shut down.
Disney
Mm-hmm.
Junior is no longer a thing, or it doesn't really have great stuff, whatever the hell it could be. Cartoons are being made, but they're also being plagued by adults who, for some reason, feel like they need to have an opinion on a cartoon when it's not for them.
Exactly. Plus, like, it's also another thing that I've also been seeing with Cartoon Network and also with Nickelodeon of same show for multiple hours and not having enough time for like other shows to air.
Right.
Because like I get like with Teen Titans Go and with SpongeBob, like yeah, those are two very popular shows that air on both those networks. But like at least have some time for like for other shows to really air. Hell, even rerunning some of the older shows that they had back in the past.
Right.
Even if they like hell, they even have like that's the main purpose with Boomerang and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
To,
exactly.
like, air their older shows. Because I remember when growing up, like that was my main source of like watching either what are some shows for example? Like Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, The Jetsons, Flintstones.
Right, yeah.
That and plus I wouldn't really know what those shows are like without Boomerang.
Right.
And even with like with Nickelodeon, like My Life as a Teenage Robot was one of those shows that I really enjoyed growing up. That and alongside with what are some other Nick shows?
Yeah, it definitely really is just like very it's very unfortunate for half of the damn shows that come out nowadays, because whether if it be from adults to just ratings just not being too good thanks to the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, again, none of this stuff was for none of these shows are made for adults. They are made solely for kids, and that's what's so great about Glitch Productions.
Exactly.
Is that it's making stuff that kids can be able to watch, and people enjoy. Now, of course, yes, there are straight up people who will be like, "Oh, this show is trash. This show isn't really all that great, and I don't know why you guys are even watching it." And it's just all like, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Exactly. Like, there are shows out there that I will be kind of skeptical at first to watch it because, like, the online hype gets a bit too much for me. Like, for example, like with K-pop Demon Hunters. I've been seeing that everywhere on my For You page. I'm sitting there like, do I really want to watch it? Because, like, seeing it everywhere has kind of been bugging me. Though
You,
until I watched it, I was like,
like
this
you
is actually
basically
really
got
good.
spoiled over it and everything.
Well, I've been trying to keep away from spoilers, but kind of the talk of how, like, how fluid the animations are and how good the songs are as well. Because I even at first watched Amelie's cover of Your Idol. I was like, actually slaps. I actually kind of want to go watch it.
I'm not gonna lie, this
And
shit
I
kind of
ended up watching
slaps.
it.
No, like yeah,
But yeah,
I get it as well. Like I enjoy like looking at the artwork and fan art of it. I enjoy seeing some of the clips. Some of them are actually kind of funny. But I have yet to watch it because I just don't have the time to. I don't have the time and or the want to buy a subscription to something.
mm-hmm.
And
And
it.
plus also from what I've also...
Oh, what?
Go ahead. You go first, since you're talking first.
Ah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Alright. No, like, it's also, like,
Oh,
one thing
you're
that I did
anti-death.
see as
Get away.
well.
You're anti-death. Look for it.
'Cause I'm sure you've
Mash
heard about
D-pad
the
up and
whole
just
thing with,
look for it. No, look for it with
yeah,
left
I'm
and
sure
right.
you've heard about the whole...
Up.
Yeah, I'm sure you heard about the whole thing with, Netflix and them, getting on accounts to that
There you go.
share with other people that aren't,
Turn
like,
on.
that aren't, on...
No, turn it on.
that don't really
How do I do
belong to
that?
them.
D-pad up. It's always D-pad. Go. Go. Run into him. Yeah, there you go. No, keep running into him.
Like, one example being that, like, say, like, your sibling is already older than you, they moved out, having their own life, but yet, they're still sharing the Netflix subscription that your parents have.
Well, you can't do that nowadays anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, because Netflix is cracking down on accounts that do that.
Which is stupid.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah. Like, it's one of those things that... It's like,
Oh,
I know
you're not
my
there.
brother shares his Crunchyroll account with me and my mom, since the three of us love watching anime together. And
You're turning everything on.
since he really likes to, well, since he wants to share the subscription with the three of us, that he pretty much shares his account with us and everything.
Right.
Which, I do thank him for that, though. Though it is also, like, on the other hand, with like Netflix and all that like, they don't really allow that because, oh, you got people sharing your account? Oh, then, goodbye to your account then.
Right. Yeah. It's ridiculous with how all these like CEOs and stuff like that are just thinking about lining their money-filled pockets with stuff that are that was never really broken. Instead, they decided to do these dumbass things.
Mm-hmm.
It is genuinely kind of stressful that that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I don't know. It surely is a interesting time nowadays.
Yeah.
Certain things will get more interesting, which is not good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Because there's a Chinese proverb, may you live in interesting times.
Wasn't expecting a Chinese proverb. What is this? What is this? Mei Ling from Metal Gear Solid? Ow.
Yeah, though, like it's always one thing, like, because well, is like every day, like at times I will also watch the news with my grandma, but it seems almost more and more every day that the world ends up going to hell. Whether that on the internet or real life events.
Right. It really is just a matter of what. It really is just a matter of when is it finally going to give, and
Mm-hmm.
go crazy with its shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether that be political or anything, it's just gonna be an interesting ride, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Bonus kill. Yeah, I genuinely. Oh, this is one of the harder ones.
All players must stand near the magic trigger.
Yeah, though. Because I think, like, with the whole, like, troubles in today's society is, of course, like, part of the main reason why almost everyone is chronically online. Just to get away from it all.
Right.
In which, all well and fine, but it's also another thing to at least, like, do it in, like, moderate amounts so you're not, like, absolutely attached and addicted to it. Because, to be honest, I was always one to, like, always get, like, sucked into my own headspace or into my phone or on my headset playing games that, like,
Right.
need to start doing something here with my life instead of just sitting around.
Yeah. It just sucks that it's now just come to that point where, like, that's just how it is now. You kind of just sit around and just wait for whatever the hell happens.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm gonna be honest, I think it's all safe to say that we all kind of blame it on the pandemic.
Yeah. A lot of people can go and say that.
Mm-hmm. Is 2 or 3 or so years of being cooped up in the house. A lot can happen in that amount of time.
Yeah. We got a bunch of brand new like YouTubers, streamers, all this other stuff. Everybody was all convinced that everybody was just cooped up, and it's just like there's nothing to really do after that. And then now, here we are, and where we are now, and it's just like there's nothing to really like worry about, except for like being exposed to what the real world is like now, because of how social media kind of blew up.
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely is kind of
I can turn poison things into real food now.
Yeah, though.
We have the power to fix reality. We just gotta put our mind to it.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it was also one thing that I was looking at one time when I was going through my YouTube recommendations. This one dude does make a good point.
What's up?
Since Halloween's starting to come up next month and everything, and that, like, ever since the pandemic, like, nothing's really quite felt the same with the holiday.
Yeah.
And plus, I think it mainly comes from the fact that, like, because of the pandemic, trick-or-treaters and everything have rarely come about. It's even in my neighborhood, since mostly everyone's more much almost adults, or they're or have out or we have I keep on getting tongue-tied here.
Oh, believe me, I've
Uh,
trying to do these conversations while also playing video games is kind of like it's kind of hard to do, considering the fact that, again, we've all just been we've kind of just been rambling. We haven't really had like a full like thought process on this, but at the same time, we're fully able to just be like, hey, we can understand where we're all coming from and whatnot. Halloween is getting sadder. Yeah, it really is, because I'm pretty sure most kids of this generation are introverts. I got some junk. But yeah, like...
And plus it was...
Huh?
Plus it was one thing I was bringing up that, like... Granted, even though in my neighborhood, like, most people are adults or getting towards adulthood, that you don't really see that much trick-or-treaters. But at the same time, though, like, watching that video, I've seen that, like, even trick-or-treaters outside of my neighborhood, like, they're rarely appearing.
Right.
And all because of the pandemic and stuff, like, people are kind of skeptical to really go out and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there really is no reason to... Like, for me, I stopped trick-or-treating at 18. Or actually, no, I stopped basically trick-or-treating, I think probably since I was, 15. Why'd you grab that? That was junk. Oh. I knew that. I like how you grabbed the junk even though you knew that it was junk. Silly Brian. Tricks are for kids.
But yeah, it was also part of the video that I remember seeing that, like, from Halloween stuff nowadays. It's either adults going to parties or just hanging about watching Halloween movies.
Right.
In which, to be honest, like with, like, if you ask me, like, I would say, like, try starting up, like, Halloween, like, block parties or parades to at least, like, motivate people to, like, to celebrate the, like, the holiday more. Because I think we all know about the Christmas creep that's slowly happening more and more each year.
Right.
You start to see Christmas decorations up in the middle of August.
Real quick. Sorry to change or to get off topic real quick. But what's the Red Death over there doing? It is just.
What the?
I don't think that's supposed to be where that is.
It's just silently
He's just
observing.
out of bounds.
Now that's funny.
He's
Though
just standing there, menacingly.
SpongeBob. Oh, so that's how we lift those things. Oh, so we probably had to go over here. That's why. So that death is probably
Waiting for us.
waiting to be loaded in correctly. Still kind of funny.
Yeah. But yeah, though, like having like Halloween parties, like for all ages, that and also like have Halloween parades, fairs, anything to really help bring back the spirit of the holiday.
Right.
But, like, I really love Halloween. I love dressing up and scaring the crap out of people.
Oh,
And it's like,
I just realized we wasted a damn key. But no, like, yeah, I agree. I think Halloween's fun, but like, man, it sucks when you can't really do a whole lot with it anymore now. Whether it be the pandemic or you just feel awkward to dress up and go and do whatever. It's just, I don't know. It just sucks that that's just the case nowadays. Damn it. It's just like, people want to have fun. People want to have an excuse to go out now. But like, ever since the pandemic, people have kind of gotten like used to just being at the home now. And that's and again, that's probably the reason why people, or why this generation of kids are so introverted nowadays. Because nobody wants to plan something. Nobody wants to go out and do anything. And and whatnot. It's hard. It's hard for kids. I feel like being too old to celebrate is another reason why it's slowly dying, because even kids are feeling old to do it.
That's why I keep saying I'm feeling old a lot. Because things that made me happy are also turning old.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with that. But I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely a weird time, and it definitely is gonna take years, potentially even multiple lifetimes, to finally start feeling somewhat normal again. But even then, that itself would be kind of difficult to do with shit from nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel bad that we're not able to let kids be kids anymore now. Now it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
we got people playing these games and stuff like that. Or we got these kids that are wanting to play this game. Let's go ahead and suggest a high influencer to go and play said game.
Mm-hmm.
And then now all of a sudden it's just like people are making content on the game. People are making creepypastas about the game and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Also, in a way, bring back around the point of kids being chronically online because their parents aren't like wanting to like fully interact with their child and just stick a phone right in front of them and go nuts.
right.
Because like we all know the feeling of when like we were younger, we'd play with like toys and action figures and making up our own stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was part of like the
Everybody
magic of
turned
childhood.
poison things into real things.
Hey, forget about the game.
Yeah, though, like playing with toys, going outside, hanging out with friends, and doing random stuff.
Right, exactly. Like there's no room for that anymore. It's always just it's just never like available anymore. It's always the same thing of just be inside, play video games, don't necessarily do anything.
Mm-hmm. Cause like it always seems that like all the interesting stuff is indoors, while there's nothing else anymore outside to really be interested in.
Right. And like, what do you? It's like, what do you mean? I have to go outside to do whatever, when I could just be inside my house with a bag of chips and playing video games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like that sense of laziness just still lingers in our minds, that we just sit around all day and just sit indoors.
Yeah.
Also, as a side note, $5, that's the mage that was sitting at the bottom over there in the void.
Yeah, just again, I don't know what holds into the future for like future endeavors for kids or for adults or anything like that. But what I do know is that I would much rather have fun and, you know, being able to do what I want to do and not, you know, be patronized over shit that people can't control their kids with.
Mm-hmm.
because it's just stressful these days with all the shit that is happening, with all the shit that's going on. And who knows? Who knows what it's gonna be like 10 years from now? Or hell, even 5 years. Let's go with that. 5 years or until 2030. Who knows what's gonna be happening then?
Mm-hmm. One thing I'm hoping that with state of things now, that it doesn't get increasingly worse. To a point
Right.
where everyone's just couch potatoes and inflation is on an all-time high.
Right.
Ooh, there's a
We about to turn into the damn citizens from fucking Wall-E.
Exactly.
fat and boneless.
A little more like microbones, I think. Wasn't it microbones?
But yeah, the bone density
Think
is
so, yeah.
worse than it is now in Wall.
Mm-hmm. Like, no one's physically wanting to get up and do something productive.
Right. I don't know. I
Like, with how things are looking at now, I'm starting to think that, like, our future might start to look more like the one from Wall-E more than anything. Hell, even, or even the future of, starting to kind of look like, you know how, the book, I Have No Mouth, I Must Scream?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, like, AI starting to evolve, like, how, Am is in the book. Like, pretty much humanity placing all their problems and having an AI solve everything.
Right. Yeah, it really is concerning. But, like, aside from that, it's just gonna get, it's gonna get very interesting. And I know I've probably been on repeat with that one. But it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
and just anything can happen. It can happen in a blink of an eye. It can happen just anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely is kind of just like, what do we do? You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I honestly can't really think of anything to talk about now.
Because everything is just too damn interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie, why don't you give
For our topic of what one crack in the past.
Alright.
Which console had the most
Yeah.
shovelware games?
I don't think any of us would really.
A good question.
I don't think any of us would truly know, like, oh, I died. Grab those keys!
Hmm. I mean, I would think the Atari,
Nah.
because
I would probably definitely say the Wii. Or, actually, you know what? No. Switch. Switch 1 and 2. Just,
yeah,
let's be honest here. Shovelware never really was a concern until literally the PlayStation 4 all the way to current gen right now. It genuinely does feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Plus, I know.
Huh?
Plus, I know from like, 'cause granted, I've only like watched videos, documentaries on like on some of the classic game consoles. Way back then to now, and because I remember seeing of how like the whole game industry crash happened with ET and Atari.
Yeah, I wasn't alive then, mind you, because again, I'm 31.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to go into detail. Yeah, but like, it really is that whole thing. It's just like shovelware, just in general, has kind of been on the rise because of AI. And again, it just rolls back to AI.
Mm-hmm.
AI just in general has just... It really has just been like, oh, hey, you know, we're just making stuff to make a quick buck. And it's like, it's so soulless. And
Exactly.
that's what shovelware was. And now it's just being used to make even more shovelware bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly kind of funny to think about. Because we went from we went from literal like developers just making shit games for like a profit, and then to now using AI to make these games, and it's still just garbage most of the time.
That was an
Mm-hmm.
heroic effort.
Like, the amount of videos or video games that I have seen where people were just using... Oh, no. Oh, my God. The amount of games that I have seen on Switch, PlayStation, I would presume Xbox as well, of just, like, AI-generated images for, like, storybook games is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So, like, if you're gonna have a storybook game, like, at least have, like, the visuals make sense.
Right?
Because, like, having those visuals is, like, the key point, aside from the dialogue, that helps bring the story together, what you're trying to tell. It's like one of the, like, pretty much like that one saying, a picture tells 1,000 words.
Right.
Having that imagery to help convey what's being told is, of course, a key point for everything.
Yeah, it's just so goddamn tiring at this point, because like with those AI generated like games, those storybook games, they just use the same art. They literally use like the same prompt to make the characters look like Pixar style characters and whatnot. And it's like, you couldn't have done anything different.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, it's, oh god. Here's something else that we could really talk about. Let's talk about developers and their unfair terminations.
Oh yeah.
Like Microsoft, my God, they constantly do it. They did it with Hi-Fi Rush. They did it with Perfect Dark. They shut down studios, and it's like, why are you doing that?
Why?
There's no reason.
Exactly. Because you're pretty much letting off good potential here for something good.
It's even worse when you think about it, because when they go and make those, like, games, and then it's like, it comes out, it's like, oh man, you know, it's real great, the game is fantastic and everything. Oh, by the way, you guys are fired. Well, you know, thanks for the awards and everything like that. Like, motherfucker, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely just pisses me off that that's just how it is. Like, there's no repercussions for it either.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, hey, we're firing you. Thanks for all the hard work that you did and all that. We're closing the studio. There's nothing really to do with that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why? Because now it's just like, there's no way for... It's no way to really, like, fully have these games be, like, made and stuff like that now. And especially when it's stuff like again, Hi-Fi Rush. They're like, why get rid of the people? Why get rid of the people and then be shocked when none of these games are as good as they used to be?
Mm-hmm. But it's like, we all know the, like, indie creations and everything, like, are pretty much overcoming the whole stuff with, like, corporations and stuff, like with Glitch and Disney, for example. And how Glitch has been taken up with, like, giving animators a way of, like, actually expressing themselves and doing what they want.
Right.
Because stuff like with Glitch kind of makes me wish that, like, there was something like that for, like, indie game developers.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
studio that will actually allow them, like, a fair chance at making what they want. Instead of just, oh, made us this much. Thanks for the success, now goodbye.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like,
It
you
just,
realize that if the game was good, at least keep them around so they can keep cooking here.
yeah, like, just keep the people who have been with the company for so long, and don't get rid of the talent. Don't get rid of the good talent.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens? The moment you do that,
You
man,
can't make any more games.
no, it's not even you can't even make more
Exactly.
games. It's more just like, you now are just at the point of, oh, we have this great game, and rather than keeping the people that made the game, we're just gonna be like, nah, fuck you. We're gonna go ahead and just we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of the people that made the successful game for us. Hey there, Master. Or GX. I don't know. I think it genuinely does kind of suck that that's just where we're at now, in terms of for like the game thing. I also just realized I am. Can you walk over here?
Yeah.
No, like walk up there. Aw, you kidding me? You're joking me. Shit. Since I died and I'm player 1, you technically... Man, this sucks. Yeah, we hit 200 subs and all that. Ah, shit. I gotta redo some of the levels because I'm level 24 again. My death caused me to... Oh, man, that sucks. Well, whatever the case is.
Get up and stretch.
Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and probably end the stream here today, folks. I thought this was kind of a fun thing. Definitely need to I definitely need to get some potential like video stuff, or maybe even just like an image or anything to kind of signify, hey, who's talking and whatnot. I really should have done that instead. But yeah, I thought this was fun. This might go into the unlisted. Or I might just keep it on the streams, and then maybe sometime down the line I'll go and edit it to kind of be a little less messy. Maybe it depends on what I feel like doing. Other than that, folks, I think what's gonna happen now is we're just gonna go ahead and end the stream. So thanks everybody for tuning in for the first Yap session. I know it was a mess. Let me know down in the comments what you guys or how you guys felt about it. That's really going to be the only time you'll ever actually hear me say anything like that. Ollie, why don't you go ahead and save your character?
I did, yeah.
Are you sure?
When we left the level.
Do it again, just in case.
Okay.
You never know because sometimes it can be fun. Anyways, with that being said, folks, this has been Max, Ollie, and Sigil from the Video Game Nexus, signing out. We'll all catch you later. See ya.